सफ्ट स्टोम लामो समय त्रिभुवन विश्वविद्यालय अङ्ग्रेजी विभागमा प्राध्यापनरत रहनुभएका अभि सुवेदीद्वारा लिखित सफ्ट स्टोमको नेपाली रूपान्तरण, एनालाइसिस र टेक्स्चुअल क्वेसन एन्सर्सहरू यहाँहरूले पाउनुहुनेछ। आशा गर्छु यहाँहरू यसबाट लाभान्वित हुनुहुनेछ। अभि सुवेदीद्वारा लिखित सफ्ट स्टोमको नेपाली रूपान्तरण। म कोमल भएँ, मैले कोलाहल सुनेपछि र डरलाग्दो सौम्यता दुर्घटित भएपछि मैले जन्मजात कोमलता प्राप्त गरेँ। जब आकाश ढुङ्गामाथिका साना फुलहरू झैँ देखियो र 5 इन्च अग्ला भए त्यो उही रात। जब चाँद झर्यो तिम्रा भित्तादेखि तल, बोल्दै ती भाषामा पोस्टर र राजनीतिका संस्कारहरू र कारणहरू, म कोमल भएँ। जसै कोमलता आधी झैँ उठ्यो मेरा छानाहरू छ्याद्दै त्यो उही रात जब चाँदले गायो सडक बत्ती खम्बा र नालीका यो निर्वात सहरमा। म कोमल भएँ जब बासविहीन केटाकेटी ठमेलमा कराहे बोकसँग चमेरा झुन्डिरहेका मुनि केशर महलका रुखहरूमा। म कोमल भएँ जब म फर्किएँ दोधारबाट जहाँ उत्सव नाच्दछ पागल चाल झैँ इतिहासका अविवाहित बगैँचाहरूमा। बढ्दै उचालिएका चट्टान वरपर म कोमल भएँ जब म एक्लै तिमीतिर फर्केँ शब्दका गम्भीर खाडलहरूलाई छाड्दै यी सेता पानाहरूमा। जब मैले एक निराश बालकलाई देखेँ काँधको वरपर ट्रान्जिस्टर रेडियो बोक्दै रुँदै वरपर दौडेको उसकी आमा खोज्न हिंसात्मक इतिहासका गल्लीहरूमा। म एक कोमल आँधी भएँ जब मैले एक मानिस देखेँ निर्दयतापूर्वक पिटिएको बिना कारण उसको परिवार सन्मुख, बिना मानिसद्वारा, बिना कारणका लागि, बिना सचेत समयहरूमा। म कोमल भएँ जब मैले देखेँ एक रगत पोतिएको सर्ट पृथ्वीका कणहरूमा बोल्दै चोटिल मानव ओठहरूले सुदूर कुनामा चन्द्रमा मुनि इतिहास र सपनाहरूको लुकामारी खेल्दै खुला सङ्ग्रहालयहरूमा मानव कालहरूको। म कोमल भएँ तिमीले शब्दहरू दिएदेखि तर सुनेनौ तिनीहरूलाई, आँधीहरू दियौ तर देख्ने प्रतीक्षा गरेनौ यसका लीला। मौन पत्थरमाथि क्रोकस फुलहरू बढेका छन्, पत्थरमाथि मैले अन्तिम चाँदनी रात देखेँ। आँधीहरू भट्केका छन् साँगुरा सडकहरूमा जब म पनि एक्लै हिँडेको छु चिन्ताजनक रूपले वर्षे आँसुमा र सूर्यतापको सानो हाँसो त्यसले उठाएको छ र पगालेको छ इन्द्रेणी जस्तै। मेरा आँधी नरम छ जो क्रोध र क्रोध गर्छ मौन पानाहरूमा, मौन निराश सर्टहरू युद्ध संस्मरण बोक्दै ईश्वरका बसोबासको मौन जीर्णताहरू जहाँ नृत्यहरू र गीतहरू असहयोगी अलौकिक पहिरो मुनि पुरिएका छन् मानव आँगनमा। कोमल हो जो तिमीले देख्यौ, म तिम्रो चाँदनी नजरहरूलाई सम्मान गर्छु तर खराब समय घुम्छ, सबै घुमिरहन्छ जो देख्छौ र रहन्छौ। पत्थरसँग फुलमा विकसित भइरहेको चन्द्रमा गुनगुनाएका लयहरू, ल्याम्पपोस्टको मुनि इतिहास हतारिरहेको र रुखविहीन जमिनमाथि विचित्र यात्राका पंक्षीहरू गाइरहेको, न्यानो धरामाथि शिशिरमा फुलिरहेका गुराँसहरू, कोलाहल धरामाताले भनिरहेकी दुखी पंक्षीहरूका गीतहरूमा सबै एकतामा सिर्जित भएका यी कोमल आँधी। तर यी कठिन समयमा म पगाल्न चाहन्छु एक इन्द्रेणीसरी मेरो कोमल आँधी तिम्रो सानो गगनमा, मेरो कोमल आँधी लहरहरूमा नाच्छ तिम्रो असहज तालको। Abhi Subedi is a prolific poet, playwright, and a great critic. He is ever blooming flower on the fertile soil of Nepal. That blossom was germinated in the beautiful Sabla village of Teratum district. In this poem, Soft Storm, he contemplates over the absurdities of the tumultuous times with the touch of compassion. The poem is in 9 stanzas in irregular length. The refrain, I became soft, creates the melody in the poem. The speaker becomes soft when he hears the tumult and he crashes on the frightening calmness. His softness is by birth when he views the beautiful flowers grow and bloom over the stones and observes the moon in the sky sliding down. The speaker finds the chaos in the rituals and politics. His inner volcano tries to erupt to cover the disloyalty and lawless scenario of the city, but it dumps in his heart and currently his efforts just visualize the seamless city. His pacific eyes have just witnessed the barbarism of seamless city. Freedom has been seized as the crocuses like sky over the stone in the night and coolness of the moon goes down behind the walls. The walls start speaking and inhuman life rises on the posters with politics, but paradoxically the speaker becomes soft. His softness rises like the strong wind tearing the roofs of brain and pours on the white sheets of the paper in the form of the words. He becomes soft when homeless children cry with hunger in the European standard turmoil under the bat-bearing trees of Casermall. The speaker is in confusion whether there is the celebration or the hunger. He becomes soft when he observes mad stepped dance on the unwedded gardens of history. No doubt, under the neon lights, there's the presence of darkness. Tamil, Kesermal, the places of economic prosperity suffer from hunger and homelessness. Unwedded Kathmandu Valley has been suffering from unjust lawlessness and barbarism. It has been wrapped from the long ago constantly. Its natural beauty has drowned in the ocean of the mad steppes. The deep thoughts scattered on the white sheets when he remains alone. He becomes soft storm when he finds a nervous, hopeless, and helpless child runs around to find his mother in the violent city. The city or history of the city is violent towards the mothers and the girls. The petals of roses may be dismantled, either in Tamil or in other unwedded gardens, is the result of the ruthless demonic claws of so called humans. There are so many Nirmalas at the corners of unwedded gardens. They are only 13 or they are mothers. But he becomes soft storm ironically. He becomes soft when he observes a person beaten mercilessly for no reason. Its ego sinks when it's beaten in front of family. Powerless person does not have ego or truth comes from the power as Nietzsche says. Contemporary age can be taken as the age of human times without humanity and natural laws. A blood-stained sword or brutality cannot openly announce the truth, but just in the earth's ears or under the muddy soil where scratched leaves and their parts have to be laid dead. In the far corner like Kanchanpur, the violent demonic sensuality plays with its claws on the body of soft cheese under the moon. The dreams of soft cheese change into history, leaving its lovers in the suppressed and soundless cry. Then the speaker becomes soft. When he observes chronicle hide and seek game in these open museums, Creator has given the words, but he does not listen the melancholic cry of subdued voices. The Creator has given the storms, but does not wait to see its disaster or lila over the silent stone. Wordsworth has said that poetry is the first and last of all knowledge. It is as immortal as the heart of man. So, in this poem, the sound is heard by heart and storm is felt by heart. The speaker repeatedly says that his answer pours on the silent page or over the silent stones, and God's beautiful creation has been buried under divine debris of the Kali Yuga or forlorn generations can only wait for Satyayuga. The speaker also walks alone in the narrow path where storms have lost their ways. He fills his eyes with rain tears. The speaker reveals the reality of the city where he dwells and optimistically expects for new change where birds may have amazing journeys over the warming earth. No doubt, life is the circular exchange of hardships and soft life on this Mother Earth. He wishes his soft storm dances in waves of her uneasy lake. Now, here are some textual questions and their answers. The first question is: when does the speaker grow soft? Enlist the occasions when he grows soft. The speaker grows soft when he hears the tumult and the sky grows like the flowers. His softness is ironical as he grows soft when homeless children cry with hunger and mad steps of inhumanity dances on the unweeded gardens. He grows soft when he observes helpless child runs to find his mother suffering in violent history. Second question is: what do you understand by this seamless city? This seamless city connotates the city where there is no interruption. Everything is moving or exchanging in the trade without any hindrances. Seamless city might signify to Kathmandu city where plenty of disorders are ordered or people have been habituated. Human and inhuman activities are flowing parallelly and politics, rituals have accepted the seamlessness of the city as storm has been changed into softness. The next question is: describe the poor children portrait in the poem. Second and third stanzas are dedicated for the poor children. Tamil is advanced part of seamless city, but there are homeless children and they are crying for food. And the trees of Kishamal are bat bearing and bats are hanging to suck the bloods of such deserted lives. Kisharmal signifies for ruling or dominant class. At the same place, mad steps play in the climax of romances. The poor, hopeless children roam wailing here and there in search of their mother who are in the corridors of violent history. The next question is: what do you understand by the unweeded gardens of history? The poet expresses deep sympathy of the chaotic, melancholic society existing in different suburbans of Kathmandu city and symbolically picturizes the unweeded gardens of history. Continuously, Kathmandu Valley has been wrapped without giving its cultural right to be wedded or to be decorated as the brides. The blossoms grown on the fertile land of these gardens have been plucked and dismantled. Their petals are not scented, but they are ruptured and scattered, so unwedded ladies suffer. Mad steps have been dancing in the demonic and satanic rhythms. The unwedded gardens signify to the chaotic Kathmandu Valley without any right of its own. The next question is: why was forlorn child wailing? Forlorn child was wailing because his mother had been lost and he was roaming here and there to find his mother who had been victimized in the corridors of violent history. The poet indirectly talks about the storm upon the women and girls that might be around Tamil or unwedded gardens. The next question is: what do you understand by soft storm? Storm is violent or angry moving, but the poet creates soft storm that is subdued, somber, and suppressed magma to erupt out as the volcanic lava. So, soft storm is the inner amalgamated feeling of revolution and suppression because of chaotic, lawless, and mannerless society. The poet dislikes the conditions, so the stormy temperature in the ocean of poet's heart is raging, but it's not exploded. Soft storm is ironical in the poem, but it's not faded yet. The next question is: why does the speaker call our time mad time? The speaker calls our time mad time because this time or age has placed several inhuman acts. The condition has been ruthless to those who don't have power. They might be buried under the divine debris or different natural calamities. The speaker finds the man beaten mercilessly for no reason. So everywhere lawless, ruthless, and grievous culture has been erected during this time. The next question is, what does the speaker want to do in hard times? The speaker wants to finish his soft storm in somebody's small sky and on his lake. He wants to melt it like a rainbow, and he wants to change his aggressive thought into the creative, beautiful, natural dance. He wants to change it into the loving environment and wants to be flown in the waves of somebody's on his lake. That somebody might be Mother Earth.